maybe 858.
Straight up.
Straight up.
That's
a reminder to mute my phone.
The unemployment rate in July dropped 0.1 of a point to
That's good times.
3.9%.
Yep.
The economy during the second quarter grew at its fastest pace in 4 years. Businesses and consumers are optimistic, suggesting solid hiring is likely to continue. Mike Hempen, Washington.
President Trump declaring,
"We need border security. We need border security."
And Mr. Trump telling a rally in Northeast Pennsylvania he's willing to do whatever it takes to get it.
We're either getting it or we're closing down government.
The president says he's willing to see the government shut down either before or after the midterm elections in order to secure the border. The battle against the Northern California wildfires goes international.
Responding to the
Chris
request that came from
Johnson's.
the United
He's
States
funny.
to say these are the sorts of people we're looking for, these are the sorts of jobs and tasks that we want done, and this is the sort of skills and experiences we're after. Can you give us a hand? And obviously, we have responded as a nation, we've responded as the state of New South Wales, and we've responded as in partnership with our colleagues in New Zealand to send this Australian-New Zealand contingent across to America.
New South Wales Australia Fire Chief Shane Fitzsimmons, car wildfires destroyed 1,000 homes, and it's blamed for 6 deaths. More than 20,000 people have been forced to flee their homes. California's top fire official says the biggest issue is...
But you're not. I know.
I'm awake.
You're sleep.
I'm
sleep-
wide awake,
sleep-talking.
man. I've been woke. I've been woke since 2011, Tom.
Yeah.
Ah, that's funny, right?
What woke you?
1 point higher. More
What-
on these
what woke
stories
you?
at townhall.com.
You know, honestly, man, my father's passing at
I'm Jay
55
Farmer,
years of
CEO
age
of
with
Quicken Loans. Buying a home
not
should
a
be
whole
one of
lot,
life's
man.
best
That's not
experiences,
fun.
but today's fluctuating interest
Nah.
rates can leave you with unexpected
That's me
higher
next
payments,
year.
and that can turn a great experience into an anxious one. At Quicken Loans, we've created a new way to protect you from unpredictable interest rates. It's called the power buying process. We check your income, assets, and credit
The
to
power
provide you
buying
with
process.
a verified approval, which can give you the strength of a cash buyer. Once verified, you qualify for our exclusive Rate Shield approval. First, we lock your interest rate for up to 90 days while you find your new home. Then, once you've found your new home, if rates have gone up, your rate
Check out this
stays locked.
Maserati.
But if rates have gone down, your
That's
rate
nice.
drops, and you get to keep that new lower rate. Either way, you win. Call us today at 800-QUICKEN or go to rocketmortgage.com.
Rate Shield approval only valid on certain 30-year fixed-rate loans. Call for cost information and conditions. Equal housing lender. Licensed in all 50 states. NMLS number 3030. Additional conditions are...
Now, Business 1110.
All right, 3 minutes.
FM 96.1 traffic.
No lanes currently blocked anywhere in Houston, and traffic flow is really good, even through downtown as we wind down the morning rush. No longer than a 4-minute delay on any area of freeway. Northwest corner of the loop is slow as you approach 290. Your slowdown coming by about the Hardy Toll Road. You have an 8-minute delay as you round the corner and head southbound towards the Katy Freeway. On the Diesel Houston traffic.
TXU Energy Business Power Hours
Diesel,
gives you
man.
a 50% energy charge discount during the time you work the hardest.
That guy's been
between
doing it a
6 a.m.
while,
and 2
huh?
p.m. Call 1-866-CALL
Yeah.
TXU or visit
Traffic's-
txu.com/power hours. Inspired by you, TXU Energy for home and business.
If you're paying too much for your health insurance, listen carefully. Due to recent changes in the law, you could be overpaying $500 or more per month on your health care. There are new, more affordable health care options with better coverage. These plans are exempt from the Affordable Care Act and now open to everyone. Health care options with better benefits costing 30 to 60% less than Obamacare plans and giving you the freedom to see almost any doctor or hospital in the country. Forbes calls this the health care plan that is saving families $20,000 a year. And over 1 million Americans have already taken advantage of this.
Oh, we didn't have a
game-changing
flyer
healthcare
for the
program. Call
next one.
800-239-7174
You have
now
it?
to
Yeah, I
find
do.
out how much you'll
Okay.
save. Employers, you too can save 50% or more on group medical insurance with health sharing. Our licensed
I have
advisors
a-
can take
a
away
case
all the
study
stress
here.
of
Check
finding
this.
the
Have you
right
seen
plan
it?
for your needs and budget.
Yeah.
Best of all, our service is free. This one
My
call
boy
could be
MC.
the best decision
Yeah.
you make this year, so don't delay. Call now to see how much you can save. For your free quote, call 800-239-7174. That's 800-239-7174. 800-239-7174.
On August 10th, get ready for a comedy that's off the leash.
Do you think I'm ridiculous throwing a party for my dog? I would say that
But
bouncy
our
house
next
is over
event
the
that we're
top.
promoting is the free event next Tuesday, right?
Tuesday at 6:30. Yeah.
Yeah.
No offense,
And
but is your
Tuesday
dog
and
pregnant or
Thursday
just
at
super
noon.
fat?
Are the best matchmakers.
Dogs
All of
open
them.
their hearts to love and to be loved.
This dog has made us a family.
Dog Days.
I can't wait
in
for the
theaters August 10th.
Freddie Mercury movie to come out.
Queen, yeah.
Yeah.
You have plenty
It's
of
coming out in,
choices.
I think,
However, only
November.
one morning show
Mm-hmm.
can inform
All right,
and
fellas,
entertain
20
you
seconds.
At the same time. It's
I don't wanna
the
do it.
Sam Malone Show.
Can't do it,
Just
man. I
kidding.
Can't do it, man. I can't do it. I can't
Don't
do it.
go.
Hey, Tammy, good morning. Good morning, Brian. Good morning, Mary.
BC.
Getting to the truth and letting you know what's really happening.
When do you rest, man?
Yeah, right.
Weekday mornings from 7 to 8 a.m. on Business
Morning.
1110 and FM 96.1.
KTEK Alvin, Houston.
The following program, paid for by Right Path Real Estate, does not necessarily represent the views or opinions of the staff
But-
or ownership of this
They should.
But
It should.
But it should. Nikki's got it.
Right Path Real Estate Radio with Tom Perry.
Nikki's got it.
Get the answer to your question that's keeping you from
We
taking
need this in
action
our
and
office just to
succeeding
chunk
today.
around.
I know. I like it.
Yeah. I don't want to give them a plug, but I don't think they're even in Houston.
That's what was from Dallas.
Uh-huh. I don't remember them bringing it in, though.
I think Andy did.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
That could be.
Get ready. The guy that will put your fears behind you is on the air now. Taking calls at 713-785-1817. Toll free 877-881-0271. Now here's your host, Tom Perry.
Hot mics.
Hey, welcome to the show, Right Path Real Estate Radio, 713-785-1817. Joined live in the studio with Ryan McCarthy.
Hey, good morning.
He's head of our PEN program.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Penn Realty Group. Passive Investor Network.
That's
man.
right.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mentioned I was talking to somebody, you start dealing in acronyms just to kind of shorten the vocabulary
Right.
a little bit, right? So I'm like, there's like, what does Ryan do? I go, oh, yeah, he runs our PEN program. Like, is that PEN? Or I'm like,
Yeah,
and I just said Passive Investor Network, so then I converted from Passive Investor Network to PEN, and I noticed I made that leap for them, but they didn't make that. Sometimes
Right.
communication matters.
It does all the time, really. Yeah.
Yeah, so they didn't make that connection. So what we recognize is there's a lot of people, some people that want to come to our event and want to learn how to do what we've done, how to wholesale, how to buy, fix, and
And
flip.
go do it for themselves.
Yeah, learn how to do the marketing, learn how to do the sales presentation, build the bakery. Like, we talk, build the business.
Yes.
Not learn how to bake the cake, but learn how to build the bakery.
Right.
But then other people go, I really don't want to do that. What I really want to do is just I want to have a lot of passive income coming in. I've got money in my 401k. I've got money in my IRA.
Right.
But right now, I feel like that with it being in the market, I'm suffering a lot of risk.
Yeah.
And I don't really know what to do about that.
Well, I think people want control
Yeah.
over their financial freedom, and that's what it's about, is having that control.
Yeah.
And some folks, they want to take full control and they want to go out and be active and they
Sure.
want to hit the ground running, right? But
Right.
a lot of folks, man, they want to buy their time back.
Yes.
And they want to they don't want to mess with all the intricacies of running.
Yeah,
a
they want to do the
business.
marketing. They don't want to meet with the sellers.
Right.
They don't want to, so they if somebody brings them a deal, they just really want to invest in that.
They don't
deal.
want another job.
No, right.
Probably they already have another job.
Yeah.
They just want someone to help them take control of their
Yeah, it's
financial
like, hey,
freedom.
I've got this money left over every month, and what can I do to make that work
Yeah,
for me?
make the money the wealth
Yeah.
mindset where the money is working for you and you're not working for the money.
Yeah, absolutely, right.
And so that's what the Passive Investor Network is we basically do it for you.
Yeah.
Right? We find the properties.
So y'all have through the Passive Investor Network, you have relationships with wholesalers, where wholesalers, instead of what they've done is they're like, oh wait, you've got people that really want to buy, primarily buy and hold properties, also flips, and so they say, oh, you know what? I see the advantage in bringing it to you first rather than blasting it out.
Well, we've leveraged our entire
Right.
group
Yeah.
to where, now we have a value to that community, that wholesale community.
Sure.
We're leveraging their efforts.
Right.
And they're leveraging our group. It's symbiotic. It's a win-win, which
Absolutely.
always works out. you
Well,
know?
it really creates a win-win-win
Right.
scenario. And then if we listed all the winners, it's
a lot of winners
a lot
involved.
of winners.
Yeah.
Everybody's winning. Right?
Everybody's a winner.
Yeah. So Daniel says, Ryan, what's with that shirt?
What's wrong with my shirt?
It's very fancy.
It is.
Yeah. So
It is.
Yeah. So then so
for those on the radio, I'm wearing a very nice shirt.
Yeah, very nice shirt. So yeah, for those of y'all on Facebook, y'all get to really see
You
what
get to see it.
You get to see it. So if you want to see it, go to Facebook. realpathrealestate.com, like our Right Path Real Estate
Yeah.
page,
Yeah.
and then
You can
you'll
see my shirt.
Yeah, you can see the shirt. You can see it live right now. So you get to leverage wholesalers. Then you also we spend a lot of time filtering through deals that are on MLS because we work a lot with realtors, for
Yeah.
example, and there are a ton of properties on MLS.
Right.
And what's unique is oftentimes people will analyze a deal versus no deal by looking at it and saying, "Oh, the numbers don't work at that." Well, no.
You're talking about the list price, what
Yeah,
it's listed
absolutely,
for, right?
Yeah, in fact, I remember a particular flip deal that we've got going right now. I mean, it was listed for like $360.
Yeah.
And it had been on the market for 70 days. So anybody that's working MLS would have seen that deal.
Right.
And they would have gone, "Oh, there's no way," and then swipe left, right?
Yeah.
And
'Cause that was full retail, but it needed a lot of work.
probably below retail. I mean, it was
Yeah.
just, full retail probably 450,
Okay.
maybe 460.
So pretty close up there.
Yeah, but and they were like, "Oh, it needs $100,000 worth of work." So 460 minus 100 is 360. There you go. Look,
Right, that's what the realtor
Yeah.
did, yeah. I'm sure.
It's not even the realtor that did it
Yeah.
because in some situations the realtor's like they're just going with the flow what the seller wants,
Sure,
right?
They
And whatever
want the listing. They just want to get it up there, and if
Yeah.
they get it sold, they get a commission.
Right. And if it lowers, then, they'll be the one lowering it. So
Right.
just keep that relationship, start the relationship, being
Yeah.
amicable, and then
Sure.
Right. And then so I did it a little differently. I was like, wait a second, hold on. Nobody's going to bite at that. I mean, that's
Right.
just not the number. So I talked to the agent and said, "Hey, can we meet with the seller?"
And you took our model, and basically backed into it, did a numbers close, right? It's what's something we teach.
One of the things we teach, on the weekend, right?
And you took that, went to the realtor and said, here's the reality of the situation.
Yes.
And you ended up being able to close on that property for whatever that price was.
221 and some change.
Yeah, roughly, right?
Yeah.
And now you guys are almost done.
Oh,
Fast Track's out there doing it.
Fast Track's killing it. Yeah. It's still all the rough plumbing's been done, rough electrical's been done. It's been permitted on all of that. So framing's been done. So I think they've started the insulation and they're sheetrocking it now. So
yeah, and that just goes to show, you can comb through the MLS and there's a ton of stuff, but do you want to spend that time doing it? And so
Right.
that's what the Passive Investor Network.
Yeah.
We go and we're doing that every day.
Right.
We actually have a girl who does that day in and day out, and she's on the MLS and she's looking for those types of opportunities.
Yes.
Running it through our deal analyzer.
Right.
And then we're making offers based on what makes sense in
Absolutely.
the market. And we get a few accepted and a few closed.
that's exactly right. Yeah. Yeah. Well, and that's what it is we're doing the work
right,
kind of behind the scenes in order to bring the deals to the investors that want to deploy their capital. Now, if you want to do it actively and learn how to do it that way, we can teach that.
We can absolutely teach that.
But we find that the split really is about 85% of the people that we meet want to do it passively.
Right.
About 15% of the people want to do it actively, which bears out statistically in terms of, if you do any kind of research on people's personalities, things like that, it fits, right?
Right.
Yeah. So you're listening to Right Path Real Estate Radio, 713-785-1817, 713-785-1817. We're also, we're adding a lot of new stuff to the weekend event. It's and a lot of what we're talking about is like, where are you in the cycle of wealth accumulation? Because there's a beginning phase, there's a middle phase, and then there's and I'm not going to say a final or an ending stage, but it just it's
really where you want to get to.
Absolutely,
it's not the final. It's like
the financial freedom phase.
As soon as you can,
yes,
you want to get there.
Yes,
right. And we talk about what's the difference between the retirement age in this country, and the age of financial freedom. Right?
Yes,
and a lot of people when we ask that question,
in fact, I was up in Dallas at Gillies at our Super Investor event there, and I had a chance, during the Q&A and in the networking afterwards, out on the patio, beautiful, and just, hey, what's the age of retirement?
Yeah,
and people, it's like, well, I don't know. And they're just kind of stumbling with it, right? And then I go, well, what's the age of
as
financial...
if there's a specific age,
right? Yeah, because you don't want to get it wrong, right?
Yeah,
because I'm going to hit them on the knuckles with a ruler, like
what you do.
Yeah,
what you will do.
I carry a ruler just for that purpose, right? Not really.
But most people think it's 60s, 70s, somewhere in there. And
65, 74, somewhere in there.
That's
right?
conventional wisdom.
Well, and here's the key to that is I've met so many people, and this may be someone that's listening right now that they're around 56, 57, 58 years old. And they've reached a point to where they're no longer, buying the brand new cars. They're no longer accumulating a lot of the stuff. They're not refurnishing their house. They're not putting the pool in, all those kind of things. And sometimes that's about the age that kids have left for college and stuff like that, so they don't have as many people eating. Maybe they've paid off their house or gotten close to the on the big house, and they're downsizing to a smaller house.
Sure.
And they really have a lot more income coming in than outgo. Whereas, in early, newly married, you've got sometimes more outgo than income, and then you do the catch up, right? And then you start living on way less than what, and they're really accumulating. They're playing catch up, really, is what it is.
Yeah.
But what I find is like, okay, so I'm 58. I've got 7 years till retirement, and so, man, if I can just massively catch up a lot, then maybe, and it's like you can almost see them mentally crossing their fingers, maybe I'll have enough to get there.
Yeah.
But then what happens is, 3 years later, and the market turns down in whatever their industry is, and they're the most expensive guy, and they're the first to be laid off, and so they're like, oh my gosh, that wasn't my plan.
Well, their problem is not the plan, right? The plan to catch up.
Yeah,
that's
great plan.
That's very doable.
Great plan.
Their problem is their approach to do it, and we could talk more about that on
and it's the control, right?
Yeah,
because they don't have the control on whether or not they stay or go from their employer. So they're 4 years short.
Yeah.
And they're like,
they're going to need some outsized returns.
Absolutely.
And we could talk about that and how we do that in real estate on the other side here.
Yeah, Right Path Real Estate Radio, 713-785-1817.
Mike's off.
There's a video about the Jeep, which or not, and this is the song they played.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Taxes. Just the sound of that word makes
Got a good
people
beat.
cringe.
Yep.
At Anderson Advisors, we provide tax reduction through asset protection for real estate investors
Yeah.
throughout the country. Our unique philosophy has CPAs, lawyers, bookkeepers, and estate planners with one common goal, helping you, the real estate investor. Check us out today at AndersonAdvisors.com. And don't forget to tell us you heard about us at Right Path Real Estate.
Hello, real estate investors. Do you need a lender that moves fast at the speed of a jet to fund your investment properties? Jet Lending will help you purchase properties quickly with as little cash out of pocket as possible. Jet Lending also sets up a repair escrow fund to help you with repair costs. Jet Lending is your fast and friendly hard money source for first-time investors and seasoned professionals. Call 281-872-7800 or email us at info@jetlending.com.
Selecting a foundation company and their product for repair is a lot like a game of chance. You simply don't know what you're going to get. The foundation repair industry as a whole doesn't carry a license, nor is it regulated. However, Foundation Check utilizes professional engineers to review all of our files to give you the best foundation analysis in today's market. Remember to check before every repair. Call 346-702-3825, or you can reach us online at foundationcheck.com.
Are you looking for an investor-friendly general contractor for your investment property? Then call Fast Track Remodeling at 832-742-9992 or reach us on the web at fasttrackremodeling.com.
Fast Track Remodeling specializes in turnkey remodeling of single-family investment properties, whether it's a flip, rehab, or a rental rehab. No more managing it yourself. No more doing the work yourself. Fast Track Remodeling really does manage it all.
So give us a call today at 832-742-9992.
That poor thing,
Are you a
man.
realtor or seller that is concerned about the new TRID rules and closing on time? I'm Jennifer Hernandez, Senior Loan Officer at Legacy Mutual Mortgage, and we have mastered
Grandma
the
Drapes.
30-day close. We close on time,
That's just
accurately,
wrong.
and with
That's not
tons of
nice.
communication.
It's
You'll
funny,
have a
but it's not
dedicated
nice.
team of a coordinator and a contract to close associate. Give me a call today at 713-579-3611 and let's talk about how we can help you on your next transaction. NMLS 514497.
Time is money in a real estate deal. If your insurance company is slow or non-responsive, you could lose a deal
So this
like that.
made me laugh pretty
you need
hard.
a quick turnaround on quotes, binders, and the agency for that is Benchmark Insurance Group of Texas. The team at Benchmark understands the investor mindset. They know what you need.
Can you imagine?
It's there for you. Call Houston's leading real estate risk management experts.
Yeah, why don't they do that?
It's genius, right? I love it.
281-569-4353.
That's what I'd rather see.
benchmarkbroker.com.
You found or inherited a great investment property. Problem is, you don't know how much it's worth.
Well, it
or
would
more
give you a
importantly,
diverse
what
crowd
to do
because
to
Asians
maximize
love
your investment
karaoke.
while mitigating risk.
I mean, who doesn't? Who really doesn't?
NextGen is
I love karaoke.
Oh man, what's your go-to karaoke song? You sing it? You sing? What's your go-to song?
You know, I haven't sung in a really long time, but I'm more of a James Taylor kind of guy.
Yeah, you
know?
get on there,
Yeah,
yeah.
or maybe some Neil Diamond. Or
I like James Taylor.
Yeah.
I mean, Neil Diamond's classic, right?
Yeah.
Forever in Blue Jeans.
Yeah.
Get up there.
Babe.
30 seconds.
Yeah.
Forever in Blue Jeans.
Nikki, what's your go-to? What's your go-to karaoke song?
Is one of the best investments you can make. Find out.
Nikki?
I think I'm old school.
Yeah?
Do a little Snoop Dogg.
Yeah.
Snoop Dogg is
A little
old
gin
school.
and juice.
Don't tell Snoop.
Gin and juice.
Gin and juice.
Take it back to my youth.
1, 2, 3 into the foe. Like that.
Exactly. A little bit better though.
Oh. Wow.
Stand by, fellas.
Wow, that's hurtful.
Just joking. All right, guys. Here we go. Hot mics.
Hey, welcome back, Right Path Real Estate Radio. Man, if you're missing out on the fun if you're not following us on. Oh yeah, Andy Helm, Sweet Caroline.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
He's known for that. In case you're wondering on terrestrial radio what we're talking about during the break, you know, the show goes on.
Show goes on
during the
man.
break.
Behind the scenes,
Right.
action.
You get to hear Nikki, our producer, talking to us and telling us when we're going on and off the air. And so if you want to follow along with that, just go to Facebook. Facebook.com, like our Right Path Real Estate page. And you can listen from anywhere in the world, honestly.
Yep.
So anyhow, so back to the three pillars of Right Path Real Estate. What we've determined is we talk a lot about mindset.
Yeah,
in
it's
fact,
very important.
I had a dinner with Elijah last night, and that's one of the things that we were talking about is we teach that we all have what we have because of the actions that we take.
Right.
And so many times people focus first on, well, if I'm doing 80% effort right now and I double my effort, and like, wait, how do you do 160% effort? Right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's just can't go past 100, right?
Yeah.
Everybody give 110%, and it's like there's
No
no
such thing.
right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So. So we have what we have because of what we do, and we do what we do because of the decisions that we make, right? We decide to do what we do, and then we decide based on how we think. So really, it's our thinking.
Yeah.
That if you notice, if you hang around with people on your route, people that you work with, you oftentimes you'll think very much like the people that you work with, and very often people earn about the same amount as people that they work with, right? And then when you look at your neighborhood, the people you hang around there, people in your neighborhood probably think a lot like you do, right?
Yeah.
And so it's difficult to find someone that thinks differently, oftentimes in your own route,
Right.
And so imagine if
sometimes that might be scary. There might be fear there. There might be thinking, well, this guy thinks differently and than my group. But one thing I love about Right Path is that we're a club. We're a membership, right? More than anything, right? Education, all that stuff.
Yes.
But being with like-minded individuals with, we all have different goals, but we're all basically trying to get there the same way, which is real estate.
Yes.
But that mindset is so important. So going back to that story you're talking about, or that example where you're 58 years old, you think, oh, I really need to get this thing going.
Right.
You're using the same thinking that got you into that place.
Yes.
In the first place. So how are you gonna do anything different?
Right.
Even if you go 160%, let's say it's
Right.
physically possible,
Which
you're
is
going
not.
160% in the wrong way.
Right.
We call it the wrong path here,
Yes,
right?
right. Yeah,
and so
it's the conventional thinking,
it's
right?
conventional wisdom.
And if you look at what's the end result, imagine it. Have you ever seen that there was a study done, or actually it was this research project. Got about 6 or 7 people, and they formed a line just for absolutely no reason. And then people walking by, they ended up getting in line. Next thing you know, there's not just 6 or 7 people. It's 20, 30, 40, 50. This line just keeps getting longer.
The best thing ever.
Right. Well, then I start thinking about, imagine that you had people they were standing in line to go over the edge of a cliff, right? And so the first person goes over the edge of the cliff, and then the next one, and then the next one. And how many people would get up to and go, wait, why? Well, because that's what everybody else is doing, right? Remember when we were kids? Well, if your best friend, jumped off a bridge, would you do it? Yeah, of course, right. Yeah, it depends on how much fun you had.
Yeah, right. We see how that worked out.
Right. But all that's to say, when you study, what does the average person have in terms of savings or wealth when they get to the age of retirement? And that is, we go to school, we get a job, we work for that job till the age of retirement, till we either get laid off or we get injured or have a health event, right? Something like that. I mean, that's the other thing is sometimes here we are, we going down this track and we get to 58, 59 years old, and we plan on working playing that catch up, and then boom, we have a heart attack, or
it's quality of life.
Yeah,
and back years ago when I was in the gym industry, that was a lot of folks who came in there and basically just like now, like in your example, they're 58, 59, they're okay. Now I'm going to get in the gym.
Yeah, of course.
Same thing here, 58 and 59. Oh, now I'm going to start talking about retirement. Right. But in both instances, you could right the ship.
Yeah, you can.
Right? You can get on, the right path.
Right.
And it is possible to have outsized returns. And because, real estate is something that can be leveraged.
Yes.
Right? That's really, I think, the more talking about what the wealthy do.
Right.
That's why the wealthy do it. Right. We have that example.
They employ leverage, right.
Yeah. Apple just hit $1 trillion market cap.
Yeah, did they really?
Yeah, they hit that.
I missed that. Yeah.
So we talk about if you went out and bought $100,000 worth of that stock
when it came out.
No, I'm talking about today.
Oh yeah.
Right. As opposed to it cost you $100,000.
Cost you $100,000, right?
If you went and bought $100,000 single family residence,
you can do it for 10, 15, 20, 25,000 at most.
That's right.
Right.
$25,000 out of pocket.
Yeah.
And if you get the same return, that 7%.
Yep. On both. Right.
On both.
Yep.
At the end of the day,
Apple,
with
you'd
Apple,
make 7,000.
Right.
Yeah.
And then on the single family, you'd have 7,000.
Well, you'd have 7,000 on the 100, but you'd only have 25,000 in the deal.
Right.
So that's a 4-to-1 ratio.
So your 40% return as opposed to still just
be 28%. Yeah, but
28%.
Yeah.
Plus the cash flow. Sorry. Yes.
Yeah. Right.
And so that's the part that we're talking about is the outsized returns as compared to that 58-year-old who goes and says, I'm going to double up on the market.
Yeah.
You're still getting the same returns. You're still getting the same. If you're lucky, if you're getting 7%. Right?
Well, and you look at when stocks fall, right? So the FANG stocks.
There's
right?
that.
and they dropped a pretty significant amount last week, right? And I don't really follow it because I'm not really
right.
So, but I realized that imagine that you had $2 million in FANG stocks, and then suddenly you're like, oh wait, now I've got like 1.6.
Right.
Now I lost $400,000. I mean, to catch that up again, it's if you lose 30% in the marketplace, it doesn't take 30% of a gain to get you back to zero.
Oh,
you're
right.
still negative. A 30% loss and then a 30% gain. Those don't cancel each other out. That's you're at a net deficit. So
yeah.
And then the other thing we teach at Right Path is the fundamentals. I mean, there's, I remember Vince Lombardi after, you've maybe heard the story, after the Green Bay Packers won the Super Bowl. They came in the following summer, for summer camp, basically, right? When they're going to start doing the training. And he goes, gentlemen, this is a football. and he just started with the really basics. You know,
Yeah.
like here's a football.
Yeah.
That's where it starts. This is the ball that we play with.
Right.
Now let's get down to the basics. And you're like, man, these guys don't they're Super Bowl champions from the previous year. Don't you think they? But no, you got to get to the fundamentals.
You gotta get to the
Everybody.
basics.
I mean, in fact, even, it's going to be fun to watch the Texans this year because, we've got a few players back that were injured last year.
Sure.
But guess what they're doing right now in training camp? It's blocking and tackling, right?
Blocking and tackling.
They're running the routes, and some of these guys have been playing. I mean, you think J.J. Watt didn't know how to block and tackle? He's been doing it since, probably 7, 8, 9 years old,
Right.
something like that. I mean, he's blocked and tackled a few times. Yet, they go back to the fundamentals every single time. And the fundamentals don't really change that much,
No,
right?
they don't.
So we teach the fundamentals, which is a great place to get
Of
started.
all types of single-family real estate.
We teach buy and hold.
Buy and hold.
We teach how to buy, fix, and flip. We teach how to wholesale, and we teach how to be the bank, how to be the lender.
Right.
Because that's the 4 ways to make money in real estate. Now, sometimes people ask me at a networking event, "Well, Tom, do you teach commercial?" And we are very capable of teaching commercial. In fact, actually have quite a few people that own commercial real estate right now. That's where they have significant portion of their net worth is in commercial. However, we feel like that if you're in commercial already, stay in commercial.
Yeah.
But now's not necessarily the time to be accumulating commercial, just based on market timing. So we're not teaching it not because we're anti-commercial, but it's because we're anti the time right now. Same
the
with
market.
multifamily,
Yeah, the
right?
market.
Yeah, we're same with multifamily. We feel like that right now is a bad time to be getting into multifamily. If you're already in it, okay, there's some reasons to stay in it.
Sure.
We know a lot of people that have been very successful in multifamily,
Absolutely.
and they've completely liquidated. So they've gone to zero. They're in cash right now instead of and then they've started going back into single family.
Yeah. Well, because of the single-family market in Houston, I mean, you
It is
compare
on
it to
fire.
anything. It's insane.
Not on fire in like a Redding, California sort of way, but
Oh my gosh,
that's terrible,
yeah.
isn't it? Right? But
Too soon here.
right? But it's hey James, good morning. But yeah, it's. I mean, I don't know of a better marketplace in the whole country right now than
just because we were talking about this yesterday with a group.
Yeah,
it's at the certain price point.
Yes,
they're not making more houses.
Well, you can
at a
buy
certain
properties
price
in
point.
Houston right now that are below replacement cost.
Right.
2 minutes.
And so imagine you were selling, I don't know, baked goods, right? Like a cake. And you could produce a cake for less than anybody else. You'd have a competitive advantage in the marketplace.
Yeah.
So we're able to buy houses for less than anybody can go and buy a piece of land and build a new house. And I don't mean $1 million houses. I'm talking about, you can't build a 1,500 square foot house. Like you go out, buy the land, hire the architect, the engineer, build a 1,500 square foot house for what you can buy an already finished, remodeled, and that finished, remodeled, granted the framing, would last a long time. I mean, provided it's taken care of and it's, between the walls, keep the termites out, all that kind of stuff, would last a long time. So we'll talk more about this on the other side of the break. If you want to call and ask questions about how do I find deals, how do I analyze deals, how do I fund deals? Oh man, I got it. Well, I had to sneeze. Sorry about that. You're listening to Right Path Real Estate, 713-785-1817. Don't hesitate to give us a call. Put your fear of calling behind you. Call in, ask your question.
Mike's off.
Thanks. You all right?
Yeah.
I don't know what was going on.
Yeah, right. Yeah. And I tried.
Are you
I
expecting
can't
to close
get
accurately,
no.
on time, and with lots of communication on your home purchase? You've come to the right place. I'm Jennifer
Excuse me.
Hernandez, Senior Loan Officer with Legacy Mutual Mortgage. Our goal is to give our borrowers and referral partners an amazing experience during the loan process. My team believes in putting people and culture before results. Our company concentrates on building those teams who operate with structure, process, and recognition for going the extra mile for you. This way, we have the energy to make this your best home purchase ever. Give us a call today to find out the simple steps to get started. I'm Jennifer Hernandez, the Hernandez team at Legacy Mutual Mortgage. Jennifer.legacymutual.com or call 713-579-3600. Jennifer.legacymutual.com. Again, Jennifer.legacymutual.com. We can't wait to consult with you soon. NMLS 514497.
Equal Housing Opportunity Lender. NMLS 514497.
Hello, real estate investors. Do you need a lender that moves fast at the speed of a jet to fund your investment properties? Jet Lending will help you purchase properties quickly with as little cash out of pocket as possible. Jet Lending also sets up a repair escrow fund to help you with repair costs. Jet Lending has originated over 2,000 loans in Texas, valued at over $250 million. Jet Lending will help you evaluate your deals for free and give you feedback on value, cost of repairs, and potential loan amount. Jet Lending is your fast and friendly hard money source for first-time investors and seasoned professionals. Call 281-872-7800 or email us at info@jetlending.com. Oh, and don't forget about our famous Third Wednesday Super Investor Networking Meeting. Lots of fun, lots of great real estate talk. We'll see you there.
Are you looking for an investor-friendly general contractor for your investment property? Then call Fast Track Remodeling at 832-742-9992 or reach us on the web at fasttrackremodeling.com.
Fast Track Remodeling specializes in turnkey remodeling of single-family investment properties. Whether it's a flip rehab or a rental rehab, we manage every aspect of a rehab from start to finish with a highly efficient, standardized process.
Over the last 6 years, Fast Track has completed over 700 projects, which has helped us to create our 3 keys to success. Use a detailed scope of work so that everything gets done, train and maintain quality crews so it gets done right, and complete the work in a proper order so it gets done fast.
No more managing it yourself, no more doing the work yourself. Fast Track Remodeling really does manage it all.
So give us a call today at 832-742-9992. Again, that's 832-742-9992, or reach us on the web at fasttrackremodeling.com.
Did you know that there are over
1 minute.
$24 trillion in retirement accounts in the U.S.? Imagine if you could use someone's IRA to fund all of your deals. Well, you can. Quest IRA is based locally here in Houston, Texas. At Quest IRA, we offer retirement accounts that can be used to invest in real estate, promissory notes, private entities, and much more. Many of our clients loan money from their IRAs to fund real estate deals all over the country. We don't sell any investments or give advice. However, we do hold free networking events, weekly educational classes, and free consultations with an IRA specialist. For more information, visit our website at questira.com or call us at 1-855-FUN-IRAs. To tap into the $24 trillion in retirement accounts in the U.S., call Quest IRA at 1-855-FUN-IRAs or go to our website, questira.com.
This is Business 1110.
All right, guys, hot mics.
Hey, welcome back. Right Path Real Estate Radio, 713-785-1817. You could not hear the sneeze with your mic up. Thanks, and I appreciate that. So, yes. Anyhow, so we're talking about real estate.
Yeah, we are.
So the 3 pillars. We've talked about mindset. We've talked about the fundamentals. The third one is financial freedom.
Yeah.
And so what age can you achieve financial freedom?
Anytime you want, man.
Yeah, I was talking with someone at the event on Wednesday, and I was given this scenario. I said, hey, last time you went on vacation, where'd you go? And they told me they went down to Cabo. And I'm like, well, how did you pick Cabo? And they go, well, we decided we wanted to go on a beach. And I'm like, okay, well, could have gone to Galveston. I mean,
Yeah.
why Cabo? I mean,
Water's blue now, apparently. That's what they're saying.
I haven't seen that, but
Yeah.
if you say so.
Yeah.
But my point was, and I said, hey, once you pick the destination, planning how to get there was pretty easy. I mean, because you don't head north. If you're in Dallas, you don't go towards the North Pole. Because you could get that way.
The other way around the world.
Go all the way around, head north, keep going through. Eventually get to the South Pole. That's the long way around.
That is
to get to Cabo. But I feel like that in life, many people they know that they're going towards the future, but they're not really going for something specific out there in the future. And that's one of the areas where I feel like that if you really want to go for, you have to define what is financial freedom for you. And then how quickly could you put together a plan? If you said, $5,000 a month and I would be financially free. If I had $5,000, for some people it's $5,000 extra, right? Which, that would be financial relief, but not necessarily financial freedom. That would take the pressure off.
What we're talking about is control.
Absolutely.
Right? Being able to really do what you want to do whenever you want to do it. Right? And most people are either dependent on a paycheck, or if they're entrepreneurs, they're dependent on that piece.
Right.
They have to be there.
Yeah.
Right? They can't just pick up. And I think the rule of thumb is, can you leave your job for a week? Go on vacation when they went to Cabo for a week.
Yeah.
Could they move down there for 6 months out of the year? Probably not.
Right.
I think that's a good watermark to say, am I really financially free? And that's what we're talking about, spending your time the way in which you want to spend your time, right? And we talk about buying our time back. And a lot of folks, they can't do that. But financial freedom in that way, control can be garnered at any point in time if you take the right plan and apply action to it. Right. And that's what we do here at RightPath is we essentially put you on that path
for where you're trying to get to.
For where you're trying to get to, correct.
Which is
specifically
unique. Yeah, I feel like that's unique about RightPath is that we don't have a cookie cutter approach because different people are starting with different levels of experience, different life experiences, different amounts of capital, different amounts of time.
Right.
So those are really the three things that you've got to leverage, right? Your experience, your time, and your money, right? Those are the three things that you now and then different people have different time horizons that they're trying to get this.
Yes.
And then there different people have different goals about. Some people say, I've had people say, if I could just get to $3,000 a month, I mean, I would be loving life. I mean, I don't need a job or anything like that. I don't have any debt. I don't have big lifestyle. $3,000 a month, man. I would be if I could get to that. And we're like, okay, well, I mean,
it doesn't really matter what that number is.
It doesn't.
And it doesn't really matter where you're starting.
Right.
It does not matter, right?
Right.
But you have to have an effective plan.
Yes.
Right? And you have to take action.
Yes.
That's really it. And a lot of people don't take action for two reasons, I find. It's they don't have the information.
Right. Lack of knowledge.
Right. Lack of knowledge.
Right.
And then just out and out fear.
Yeah, right.
Of making the wrong decision.
Oh, yeah.
I was having a conversation, it was a personal conversation yesterday morning with someone about making that decision. They're like, well, what if I make the wrong decision and I end up losing money, right?
Yeah, sure.
And I said, but you're gonna make a decision to not do it, right? And you're still in risk of losing that money. Are you going to feel better because you didn't make that decision?
Yeah, right. Yeah, right.
And it's really just out and out fear. But I find that the more knowledge, the more education that someone gets,
right,
no matter what their personality type,
sure, right,
that fear starts to go away, right?
And this isn't, in real estate, it's not like going to the casino and saying, hey, I'm putting $100,000 on red and I've got a 50-50 chance of it all going away or doubling my money. It's not like that. I mean, it's, what I recognize is regardless of what happens in the economy, I mean, regardless, there's two things people need. And that's they're going to need shelter and they're going to need food. And now food is very much a commodity, right? Yeah. Now imagine you could buy food at 50 cents on the dollar and then turn around and sell it. I mean that's not. It's when people buy a commodity, you're basically buying it at market price, right? Well, how do you sell it for more? Well, you're speculating at that point.
That's right.
Well, with us, with shelter, the beauty is that you get to leverage, and what we know is there when we talk to people about investing in the past, and we've had people come to our events and go, oh man, I started investing 10 years ago in 2008 or 20 years ago in 1998, something like that, right? I started, and I'm like, hey, do you have any regrets about houses you bought in 1998? Like anything that you bought, do you wish that you hadn't? And they go, no. But I do have a regret, and I go, what is that? And he goes, I wish I'd have bought more then.
Right.
Yeah, because every house, I mean, now, knowing what I know now, looking back, if I could go back to me in a time machine there, I would have bought so many more houses. And then I said, okay, we can't go back then. Now, and then same thing from people that bought in 2008 or 2009. Man, if only I had bought, instead of the 3 I bought, if only I had bought 10.
Yeah.
Or if only I had bought 20. I mean, it's just.
Well, the model in which we're buying, buy, and hold.
Yes.
It is not speculative.
No.
If that property goes up in value.
Yeah.
Which they are.
Yes.
We're watching that.
Right.
However, let's just assume it doesn't.
Right.
Right. For whatever reason.
Sure. Right.
The way in which we buy real estate, a buy and hold property, we're
Yeah.
making money.
Yes.
Regardless.
Yes.
The question is if it goes up in value, we're making more money,
Absolutely,
right?
yeah.
And it's not a speculative thing, right? And we have control over that entire process.
Right.
And so, you know, the way in which we do it is not speculative whatsoever.
Sure.
Now, we can speculate and we
Yeah.
can say, man, I mean,
Yeah.
obviously they can't build houses like this and they're going up in value.
Right.
And we can actually go back and look at the data over the last 5 years and
Right.
watch it
Right.
go up
Right.
specifically in that neighborhood,
Yes.
right? And we
Right.
can get a lot of data and bring a lot of data to bear some of that information to make
Yes.
it more comfortable,
Right.
Right?
Right.
But at the end of the day, that asset is going to produce income,
Yes.
whether it goes up in value or not.
Right.
Stocks don't do that.
They don't.
No,
No.
absolutely not. It's completely speculative.
Right.
Right. Everybody's thinking that Bitcoin's a thing. There's
is
nothing
a
more.
thing.
It's a thing,
Yeah.
but there's nothing more speculative than that,
Right.
Right, and that's. I mean, I'd rather go to Vegas,
Yeah.
and put my
Then-
put
then-
$100,000 on
well,
red.
it's the same thing, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
right.
As Bitcoin.
At least you get to go
Right.
see Celine up there, right?
Yeah, I've heard of her.
Go
Yeah.
see some
Some
Cirque du
shows.
Soleil and
Right.
whatever, right?
Cirque du Soleil is awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so that's what we're talking about here is that you need these outsized returns. If we're going back to that
58-year-old guy
58-year-old
playing
guy,
catch up, right?
He needs outsized returns. That's one part of it.
Yeah.
But he can't lose money either.
Well, also going back to the people that have invested in the past,
Yeah.
you know, what we bring that fast forward to 2018,
Mm-hmm.
and we say, you know, without a doubt, what we're going to do is it's 2018 right now, and in just 5 years, let's say 2023, you're going to look back at 2018, and your only regret will be knowing what I know now in 2023. If only I had bought a lot more.
I have that regret.
Yeah, right.
Right.
Yeah.
But I am comforted by the fact that I bought what I bought.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
You know.
Yeah, sure.
I mean,
right.
I think everybody would, and
Yeah.
that's just human nature. Maybe just
yeah.
being an American, we always want more.
Yeah, of course.
Right. But they're not going to regret the lifestyle that they live.
Yes.
Financially free and the control that they have.
Right.
After 5 years of investing in real estate the right way.
Absolutely. Yeah. Now, you probably know we're going to be sharing a case study coming up Thursday, a week from next Thursday.
Yeah.
And so that's let's see, what
August
day is
16th.
it? August 16th. Yeah. We're going to share a guy that got involved with us just like a little more than 10 months ago, coming into his 11th month. And he's bought 15 rentals.
Yeah.
Just since he came on board. Now he'd been averaging about 3 rentals a year prior to coming to us, but he's gotten 15.
He's taken massive
Oh my
action
gosh,
since
yeah.
he came in, man.
But not only that, I mean, that when I look at what the total dollar amount is, I mean, he's created $136,000 a year of passive cash flow,
free cash flow, man.
and equities captured $1.2 million in equity, so he's grown his net worth $1.2 million. And his first year appreciation should be somewhere around $200,000. Now, what I love is anytime you can do work today, you know, oftentimes people do work today, they get paid for the work they do today, and then next year they don't get paid again for the work they did today. But in this,
it's residual.
It is. I mean, I think about people that teach how to do options trading and stuff like that. You know, they do work today trading that option, but they don't get paid. If they do a trade today, they get paid on doing that trade. They got to keep doing trades, right? And they've got to be doing trades a year from now if they're going to make money a year from now. They don't get whatever trade they do today. They don't get paid on that a year from now.
No, not. But for this member,
yeah,
he's going to keep getting paid year in and year out,
right?
And he came in the same door that everybody else does,
absolutely,
and got the same education.
Well, here he's captured 1.2 in equity, but he'll get that yearly cash flow every year,
absolutely,
and he'll get appreciation every year. So this first year he got like $1.2 million plus 200 is $1.4 million plus about $1.530, a little more than $1.5 million.
It's insane.
But next year he'll still get
returns,
another 336, and the next year another 336, and another. So over the next 5 years he'll get another $1.5 million, and then another $1.5 million for the next 5 years. So $1.5 million every 5 years.
So that's August 16th.
August 16th.
He's going to tell us how he did it.
He'll be there live in person. You're listening to Right Path Real Estate Radio, 713-785-1817.
Looks like we haven't been unlocked yet.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, the camera, maybe Andy can take a look at that because it's got a focus issue.
Do you have
We all
cracks
do.
in your brick,
Yeah.
doors that stick, or sheetrock that's coming apart? Then you may have foundation movement. Due to our expansive
Oh,
schools in the
man.
Houston area,
I need to
probably
do
not a
some,
question
I
of
want to
if
do
you
some
have
exercise
movement
this
to
weekend.
win. Call Foundation Check
Yeah.
for a truly independent, unbiased
Go
foundation
cryo.
evaluation.
Yeah?
Foundation
Yes.
Check
Is that-
has
is
been
that
in business
exercise?
since
It is.
2009
Yeah.
and has completed
I mean, it's so
over
good for you,
1,400
man.
Evaluations. We're not in the business of
I believe you.
repairing
You told me.
or selling
I
you
can't. I just
unnecessary
can't.
Can't
paperwork.
say it enough.
We are in the
Enough,
business of evaluating your foundation. Our product is designed for house flippers, landlords, or even owner-occupied properties. Each of our files is reviewed by a licensed engineer. Remember to check before ever repair. Call 346-702-3825. That's 346-702-3825. Or you can reach us online at foundationcheck.com. That's foundationcheck.com.
Are small returns getting in the way of your retirement plans? Why settle for mediocre results? There's a better place to invest. The experts agree. Single-family real estate is one of the best investments you can make. Find out how JB Fund Services offers a 9% preferred return and up to a 13% waterfall.
At the first page?
Call us today at
No.
281-915-0906 or
Well-
visit our website, jbfundservices.com. That's 281-915-0906.
Ah, I like that.
This investment is offered to accredited investors.
Time is money in a real estate deal. If your insurance company is slow or non-responsive, you could lose a deal like that. You need a quick turnaround on quotes or binders? The agency for that is Benchmark Insurance Group of Texas. The team at Benchmark understands the investor mindset. They know what you need and when you need it. We're here for you. Are you a rehabber, wholesaler, buy and hold, or flipper? Bundling your properties on a single policy will help save time and money. Benchmark has been in business for over 10 years, and we insure over 30,000 properties. Contact Benchmark about our exclusive investor package. Call us and let us show you
The AC
what we
issue
can do
with
for you.
house, the very first house I ever bought.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, it's in Austin.
That's 281-569-43.
So I had
This
to,
is,
I had
this
to
is the
dri-
time of
I-
year for AC issues.
I had to drive out to Austin,
Yeah.
go open the thing,
Oh, yeah, sure,
change
right.
the coil, clean
Yeah,
it,
right.
get my Freon tank out,
I'm trying
and
to
then get back to work here.
I'm trying to get a visual of all that. It's not happening.
Literally, the tenant called my AC guy up there, Ches. Got over there, he fixed it, and it was done.
At Anderson Business,
So it
Legal,
was-
and
yeah,
Tax
it was
Advisors
really hard.
What's hard about that?
protecting real estate investors
Oh,
in
man.
all 50
Yeah.
states. In addition to
know.
structuring your business
Hey, good
with
morning.
optimum protection, we provide guidance so you pay the least amount of taxes available under
Yeah,
the
you
law.
know,
150 employees at Range Rover
Elijah
Motors
yesterday, he
associated
was,
to a state
he
plan
goes, "Oh man, I think my air conditioning system's going out." I'm like, it's probably not that big of a deal. I mean, knowing the time of the year that it is.
Or call for a free risk reduction analysis and financial blueprint at
Oh, Andy's fixing it.
Yeah, isn't that crazy?
4741. Anderson Business Advisors
He heard
will
us.
help you
Yeah,
see more
apparently.
of what you earn. Call us today at 800-706-4741
Done.
and mention Right
There you
Path
go.
Real Estate.
Every year you get a rash of that. I mean, it's Texas.
Well, yeah, because it's running nonstop, and if it starts and stops and starts and stops like in the fall and the spring, we don't run it in the wintertime. Then if you're a pound low on refrigerant, it's not that big of a deal.
Yeah.
But this time of year, if you're a pound low because you have a minor leak or something like that, then it's gonna matter a lot. So.
Give NextGen a call at 713.
And that's sure enough. I said, "Hey, go check out, the cold line outside the condenser. Sure enough, it's frozen up." Yeah.
That AC in that house in Austin, that's the original AC.
Oh, geez.
1999.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, you
You
maintain
guys
it.
ready?
Oh, why not?
All right, fellas, hot mics.
All right, see ya. Hey, welcome back. Right Path Real Estate Radio, 713-785-1817. Hey, I invite you to come on over to the rightpathrealestate.com website. Go to the events tab, then the Right Path to Financial Freedom. We're going to do a free event where we give an hour's worth of rock-solid information about how to build a better future through real estate. It's free to register. It's free to attend. Our next one's going to be next Tuesday at 6 o'clock.
Yeah,
6:30.
6:30.
Yeah, but you don't want to walk in 7. I mean, it's not like 30 minutes of networking before the event starts.
Yeah.
I mean, it starts at 6:30. It ends at 7:30.
Yeah.
If you want to meet and greet and do any kind of show up early.
Yeah, we can get there early, man.
Yeah.
I'll be there in the hall.
Probably need to get there about
folks.
6:15 to
Yeah.
get signed in, get your name badge, say hello to other people that are getting there. What you do not want to do is show up at 7 because you've missed. I mean, half.
Oh, you're gonna miss the meat and potatoes.
Yeah. You'll be there for the dessert.
Yeah.
That didn't make sense.
No.
For some people, like, I love dessert, right? I hate meat and potatoes, but not when you're talking about your better financial
That's
future.
right. I mean, you don't want to miss a thing. We're talking about mindset.
Yeah.
We're going over real estate fundamentals and then financial freedom, and because that's what this is all about. I mean.
Yeah, because you how can you have any pudding if you don't eat your meat?
That's, man.
So
you brought it all the way there. I like it. That's pretty good. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't see that coming.
So, yeah, because you want to have the whole thing, right? Yeah.
So yeah, show up. We might start a little bit after 6:30, but man, we're getting going because we got a lot to cover in an hour.
Now you say, hey Tom, I've got got Little League, something going on. I've got kids. You don't understand. I've got traffic. Okay, so hey, we've got a lunch event for you.
Answer for that.
If we're trying to help people.
Yeah.
I tell you why Right Path exists. I was thinking about this. I've lived this way for a long period of time.
Mm-hmm.
It's the Zig Ziglarism about if you help enough other people get what they want out of life.
Yeah.
Yours is an automatic,
Right.
and I feel like that one of the major areas that we help people is helping them decide what it is that they want out of
That's
life.
right.
Because so many people, that's the major struggle. They really don't know.
Yeah.
They want to do real estate, but they don't know why.
Yeah.
And so they're trying to pick. I want to do wholesaling or I want to do flipping, but there's no real end goal in mind. Like where are you hoping that brings you to?
We help you find that, and then we tell you, okay, based on that, you're going to need to do X, Y, and Z.
Yeah.
But we were talking about it earlier today before the radio show.
Sure.
We would rather see someone else do it.
Yeah, right.
It feels so much better watching someone else like Mark. The case study.
Oh my gosh, Mark's
do
been
it,
killing it.
Right.
Mark's an awesome guy,
and I'd rather see him do that than me buy a couple real estate properties and add to my portfolio, right?
Right.
It's the purpose that we fulfill here that really makes it fun. Right. And really, really watching people, man, change their minds, change their attitudes, and change their financial future and start getting the power of
so I know there are people that are listening out there. How do I get started, or why? Why would I get started? And you can get all of those questions answered. Mm-hmm. You owe it to your better future to at least take a look. Yeah. Because it's amazing when you understand how many millionaires get to be millionaires through real estate.
90% of them.
And not only that, when you look at the few that don't get there through real estate, they quickly add real estate to their because millionaires have real estate, and that's the bottom line.
Come and see me.
Hey, you're listening to Right Path Real Estate Radio. Thanks for being on the show. Jason will be in the studio on Monday. Have a great weekend. Good golf, good tennis, or whatever makes you happy.
Hell yeah.
All right, guys.
All right, thanks. See ya. So